Hello, one and all. I, Mrs. Archana Said, Assistant Professor, Computer Engineering Department, AISSMS Institute of Information Technology. This video is going to demonstrate the encapsulation and data hiding property of C++ object-oriented programming. The objective of today's video is to understand encapsulation and data hiding property of C++ using class and access specifier. So to make you understand how the encapsulation and data hiding property can be implemented, the problem statement which we are going to implement is accept and display student information using member function, which will show the difference between different access specifiers. So let's go to the program implementation. So this is the program which I have written. As per the requirement, we'll make the changes as per the problem statement. So here the class student we have taken. In that, roll number and name, these are the member variables, and the access specifier for these variables are private. If you do not write, by default it is private, and if I want to write, I can write it as private. Then these member variables can be accessed, or is the only way to access outside the class is through member functions. So this is the member, these are the member functions which I have declared. Namely, get data is to take the information from the user, and display data to display the data whichever we have taken from the user. It is written as a public access specifier in order to get access outside the class in main through object. So now we'll go to the function definition. So this get data function I have written in the class, and display data I have written outside the class to make you understand how the function definitions can be written within the class and outside the class. So if I want to write the function definition within the class, the syntax is return type function name followed by function definition. And if I want to write the function definition outside the class, then just you need to declare that function over here, which is called as prototype of a function, meaning you will tell the compiler that this display data is a user defined function, so that at compile time this function will be bounded to the objects at the time of calling. Okay, now function definition outside the class, the syntax is return type followed by class name, student is the class name, scope resolution, these two colons one after the other represents the scope resolution, meaning the display data is under the scope of this class, meaning we have given the reference of the class, so that compiler will understand even though it is written outside, some reference we have given with respect to class. Cout roll number and name, the information which we have taken, that has been displayed. Now the thing is how it will be accessible outside the class, or how we are going to give a call to these functions so that the values to roll number and name, that is to the member variables, can be assigned. So this has been done by calling those functions using an object. So here this line represents how do we create an object. Student is a class name followed by variable name s1. So s1 represents a single object. s1 dot get data will give a call to this get data function. The function body will be executed. Again the function will return to the function call. Then we have given the call to display data function. Again it will go to the function definition. The data will be displayed, and again it will come back to the calling program, and finally the program will be terminated. Now how we have achieved the encapsulation and data hiding property, that we will see. So as we have declared the member variables as private, meaning it is not having access to to these member variables outside the class even using an object. So let me show you that. So if I try to say s1 dot roll number equal to some roll number, and if I try to execute this program, it is going to give me an error. So this error is class student has no member name, roll or roll number. So this is the error which we have, which we are going to get. So let's say this roll number. So the error which we are going to get is this one. Let me maximize this window. See, error integer roll number private within this context, not declared as a private, meaning if you declare any member variable or a member function as a private access specifier, you cannot access it using main, even using an object. But if I make this private as a public access specifier, then we can access these variable outside class within the main using an object. So here it has not given me any error. So I can enter the data, or I can execute the program further this way. So these two lines, meaning the call is given to the get data, and here the display function is being executed, right? So private is the access specifier which is going to restrict the access of member variables outside the class boundaries. So the class boundaries are from this line to this line, and the only way to access the private member variables is through public member functions. So the public member functions we can access using an object. So this is regarding creating an object. Now we'll proceed for the next point, that is how we can create an array of objects. So array of objects can be created by the syntax class name followed by variable name, and in square brackets we need to mention the size of array. So this size is nothing but the integer constant, only integer constant we need to give. So s2 of 20, meaning at the most 20 students data I can store in s2, and at the least can be 0, means nothing you can store, or you can store at the most 20. Now the thing is how we are going to access the data, that we will see. So this can be done using for loop. So I'll declare one variable I which will act as a iterator in a for loop. So I'll say for I equal to 0, I less than some n value, some n students. So time being I'll say 2 students, and I plus plus. So to iterate through the for loop I need one variable, and that is nothing but I. So here I'll say s2 of I dot get data. So 2 number of times this get data function will get called. How? I equal to 0, the condition is true, will get into the for loop. s2 of 0 dot get data function will be called, data will be taken, again it will return, I will be incremented. Now from 0 I has become 1. So s2 of 1, again get data will be called, and it will allow the user to take the values. So this is how multiple number of times the get data function will get called using an array of objects. Now we'll go to display function. In the same way the display function can be called, that is s2 of I dot display data. So multiple number of times the display function will get called. So how many number of times? In this example we have taken 2. So 2 number of times the display data function will get called. Now we'll execute this program and we'll see. roll number 12, name I have entered as Snehal, roll number 24. Next I have entered it as. So these are the values which are displayed. So under one variable name we have taken multiple values. So this declaration is called as array of objects. So instead of declaring multiple objects S1, S2, S3 for storing multiple data of the students, what we can do is we can declare the array which is going to store the similar kind of data in memory, in consecutive memory locations. So this is the concept of array of objects. Now the next remaining thing is protected. So protected, if I declare a variable as a protected, if you are not using inheritance, then the protected member variables and member functions will behave as a private member variable. The behavior is similar. So here if I say s1 dot roll number equal to some roll number, it is going to give you error. See, error integer student is protected within this context. So what we can analyze or what we can conclude from this declaration with respect to access specifier is, if I declare the variable as a private or protected, it is accessible only within the class, not outside the class, in main also, even though you are accessing it using objects. But if I declare a variable as a public, then it is accessible outside the class using an object. So this is about the access specifier with respect to member variables. Now let's say I have declared this variable as a protected variable, but I want to use this, or what is the way to call this function is through the public member function. See, if we declare any member function as private or protected, then using an object in class we cannot call this. So how we can call this function? It is through the public member function which is present in the class. So let me demonstrate that. So I'll remove the comments from here. So suppose getData is a public member function, so here it is not going to give you error. So display data I have declared as a protected, or let's go for private. So if I say private, then it is going to give me error that roll number is private within this context for this display data. For this roll number, as the error has come over here, it has not gone further, so I'll comment that and we'll see whether we are getting error for that. Yes, void student display data is private, meaning like private member variables, private member functions are also not accessible outside the class, even though you have used the objects. So what is the way to call these functions? So what I will do is, I will comment this part and I will call this function from here. Now we'll execute. So now the program has executed. We'll enter the details. So the numbers are displayed, right? So the only way to access the private and protected member variables and member functions is through public member functions, right? So by using these different access specifiers, we can restrict the access of member variables and member functions outside the class. So the public is least restricted access specifier, wherein private is most restricted access specifier, and protected is having the middle level. Why? Because protected, if you declare any variable as a protected variable, then it is accessible through its derived class if we are implementing inheritance. That's why its restrictedness is within public and private. So hence the encapsulation property using this program we have evaluated, that is this class concept is nothing but the encapsulation property. Encapsulation means binding the member variables and member functions together as a single entity, which we are calling it as a class, where class is also called as a user defined data type. And the data hiding, the data which you want to expose, which you do not want to expose to the outside world, which you can keep as a private, and the data which you can give the access as a public access, that you will declare as a public, and for moderate access you can give it as a protected. So hence the objective of the program, that is to understand encapsulation and data hiding property of C++ using class and access specifiers, we have seen using this simple problem statement of C++ programming. Thank you.